good to have a replay. So I'm starting recording now, and I will share my screen very quickly with you, and I hope yeah, you will see everything properly. Okay, so I'm connecting with this program. Let me know in the comment section if you can see my screen. Okay, ladies, let me know if you can see my screen. Okay, I would love to know if you can see my screen. Yes. Okay, so that's amazing. So it means that we can start this exciting topic. Amazing. That's super amazing. Okay, so welcome to my masterclass, The Power of Feminine Energy. Get him to desire you. because the feminine energy is really powerful. So what about this masterclass? Who is it for? So this masterclass, of course, is for women. It's mostly for women because it's about the feminine energy, but I will mention something about the masculine energy as well. But it's for women who are looking for a lasting and authentic relationship. It's also for women who are ready to take actions and commit to make a change to their love life. It's for women who are driven, ambitious, and ready to prioritize their love life this year. Also, it's for women who are ready to put their ego aside and learn some new things, because I believe that every day is a school day. So what is my mission? My name is Magda, and I'm a mindful dating coach, and I'm a social psychologist, and I help women and men to put themselves first, date mindfully so they can attract a meaningful relationship with a committed and emotionally available person, even if they've given up hope and they have no idea how to go about it. So this is my mission. I've been supporting women for 10 years to help them find lasting and authentic love. And I've created a really big community of women who support each other, women who want to grow together, women who want to become the best version of themselves. So this is a community for women who want to inspire each other, women who want to balance their feminine and masculine energy, women who are on the same path, women who want to attract this healthy, lasting, and authentic relationship, women who are willing to do the work to become the best version of themselves. And now I would like to share with you a link to my Facebook group, because I'm posting lots of videos, lots of free content on this Facebook group. So if you join my Facebook group, you will have a chance to see lots of my videos. Sometimes, you know, I share some extra gifts for people who are very active in my group. So this is the link. I've just sent it in the comment section. Anyone is welcome to join my group, Facebook group, and be a part of this amazing community of women who want to work on themselves. Also, I wanted to tell you that I really value diversity. I'm originally from Poland, but I've been living in the UK for almost 8 years already. So time really flies. And I've been working with men and women from over 25 countries. Many countries. Yeah. And as I mentioned before, I have experience of coaching women, men as well. I've been working for some leading matchmaking agencies in the UK. I've organized over 150 dating events. I'm really into women empowerment. I advise people with their dating profiles. So I have overall 10 years of experience of helping mostly women to find love. And this is a picture of me with my husband. I got married 2 years ago. My husband is originally from India. We got married in India. He is from Catholic background. So we have similar values. I'm originally from Poland, also from Catholic background. But I've been working with people from different backgrounds, different religions. Yeah, I'm so happy, that now I'm in this fulfilling, nurturing relationship. But to be really honest, my love life wasn't always magical. Actually, it was a one big disaster, to be really honest, before I met my husband. I was in a toxic relationships. It took me, I think, around 2 years, to get out of these relationships with two different men who were very, very abusive towards me. I had a pattern of attracting emotionally unavailable men for really long time. I was very often actually comparing myself to my friends and wondering why I'm not in a relationship. I was really doubting myself and wondering why I'm not in a relationship. When I managed to break up with one of my partners, I started dating and I was ghosted several times. I was using online dating and I was really, really frustrated with using online dating. I also had experience of actually being a victim of stalking. I was attracting a really, really toxic type of man, and I felt really unsafe when it comes to dating, because every time when I met somebody, something happened to my life in my life. So I didn't know actually, what healthy relationship is about. I didn't have this kind of role model. To be really honest, my parents didn't have a happy marriage. My mom always felt like she has to do everything. She didn't feel seen. She didn't feel heard. She didn't feel that my dad is taking into consideration her needs. So I didn't have this example, to be honest, in my family. And even when I met some high quality men, they didn't want to commit to me. So I developed this kind of like a victimhood mentality. I've just felt like, I keep attracting I keep attracting the wrong type of men over and over again. Yeah. And it made me feel that, something is wrong with me. I felt like, yeah, it's like everyone is better than me. I was thinking that maybe, I don't have certain type of skills, or maybe I'm not enough attracting, or maybe, yeah, I just don't know how to talk to men, or maybe I just don't understand them, or maybe I'm just not enough smart, or maybe I'm just not enough funny. So let me know in the comment section if you ever doubt yourself, if you ever had these thoughts, if you ever had this inner critic in your head, mind saying like that something is wrong with you, that you felt like you want to give up and you are just done with men, and you have no patience to talk to guys. You felt like you don't want to use online dating anymore. You felt like there is no one out there for you. You felt basically like all guys are just looking for a hookups. None of them is actually looking for a relationship. You felt hopeless, because to be really honest, I felt hopeless. I was even thinking, oh my gosh, maybe I'm actually living in the wrong city. Maybe something is wrong with this place. Maybe I should move to another city, another country. So I was blaming everyone. I was blaming the city. I was blaming the society. I was blaming the culture. I was blaming men. And it was really hard for me to change this mindset. especially, when I was attracting men who are emotionally unavailable, men who are ghosting on me. So let me know if you ever experienced ghosting. Or if you ever felt like actually lonely, because I really suffered from loneliness when I was single. To be honest, I always was really ambitious, driven, had quite lots of friends, but at the same time, to be really honest, when I was alone, I had lots of thoughts about myself. I was thinking that, okay, that's what I show to the world, this confident, strong, ambitious woman. But inside, I felt like, no, something is missing. And I just didn't want to admit it loudly. And I was kind of hiding this, from other people. Because it's not easy to talk about this, with other people. It's not the kind of topic which you want to talk about with, your family members. Sometimes they give you advice, but not always they are giving a good advice. Even with friends, sometimes you also might feel like, especially if they're in a relationship, you might feel, that they actually don't understand you. So I went for transformation. One day I just decided that I really want to do something about it. I was completely done with meeting the wrong type of people, with my victimhood mentality. I was done with everything. And I've decided, to get help, to get some support. I went through the process. It wasn't a quick fix, somebody held me accountable. There was kind of like a community environment, kind of a sisterhood. I got some mentoring. I got the right type of strategy. And it really helped me to transform my own life. And now I feel like I really want to share my knowledge, my experience with other women who experience similar challenges in dating. And today I would like to focus on feminine and masculine energy, because I feel like it's one of the most important topics in terms of being in a relationship, especially in an early stage of dating, because we women also make mistakes sometimes. Yeah, to be really honest, it's important to take kind of ownership, to take the responsibility, and it's not our fault. Nobody taught us, how we should interact with men, how we should approach men. Our mothers or grandmothers had a completely different experience. It was a completely different generation. And, the world is changing, it's a big evolution. And dating is different. Dating is different than 10 years ago. Dating is different than 20 years ago. It's a really dynamic part of our life. Yeah. And nowadays people have so many choices. They can just swipe left or right, and it's easy to meet someone, but it's not easy to make a lasting relationship. So I would like to tell you a little bit more about feminine and masculine energy. So let me know in the comment section if you actually ever heard about this concept, about feminine and masculine energy. I would love to know. Let me know in the comment section if you ever heard about this concept, about masculine energy and about feminine energy. I would love to know. Yes. Okay. So that's amazing. So and some people didn't hear about it. Okay. So I will start with masculine energy. So actually, both men and women have both energies. We need both, because masculine energy is about, achieving goals. You need this masculine energy at your work. Yeah. It's about having willpower, clarity, and focus. Masculine energy is stable, is predictable. It's about creating some structures and rules. It's very logical. So we need this type of energy, especially when it comes to our career, achieving our goals. As I mentioned, it's about being focused. It's about being analytical, logical, having a direction in life. It's also very assertive. It's about taking responsibility. But so most of the time, men have more masculine energy than women. But of course, we can find some exemptions. Yeah. But also there is unhealthy masculine energy. So you can see both men and women who are aggressive, verbally aggressive, physically aggressive, people who abuse, you know, have kind of abused the power, people who want to have control over other people, people who are very dominant, people who are very competitive or avoidant because they don't want to talk about any sort of emotions. So I feel like in the modern world, women have been taught to become more masculine for success. Yeah. But unfortunately, it doesn't serve anybody, because in relationships, you know, we need both energies. Yeah. So actually, if we have two really strong masculine energies in a relationship, it's kind of clash, you know, it's not going to work. So it's important to have this balance. I'm not saying that suddenly you should change your personality 100% and become a completely different version of yourself. I'm just saying about that it would be great to apply more feminine energy in a dating scenario. So sometimes I think there are a lot of misconceptions about feminine energy. Some people feel like, you know, it's about being weak, it's about, you know, not being assertive, or maybe it's about just wearing dresses and makeup. And this is not true. Actually, feminine energy is really, really powerful. It's more powerful than, you know, people think. Yeah. Because it's not about being a victim. It's not about being submissive. It's not about being under somebody's control. Actually, it is about knowing yourself. It's about being authentic, and it's about having healthy boundaries. So feminine energy is more dynamic, is flowing, is unrestricted, can be is a kind of unpredictable. So feminine energy is not following rules. The feminine energy is following her heart. Yeah, so it's about being connected with your heart. Yeah, so sometimes we are not feeling our body. We are all the time, especially if we have very analytical type of work, if we maybe work in a kind of masculine industry, or even if we are running our own business, most of the time probably we operate from this masculine energy. So what is feminine energy? So feminine energy is much more sensual. Masculine energy is about doing, it's about achieving, it's about proving his worth. But feminine energy is more about being in the moment. It's about being creative. It's emotions driven. It's nurturing. It's warm. It's soft. It's authentic. It's connected to her heart. So let me know, how do you feel about healthy feminine energy, the balance between masculine and feminine energy? I would love to know, you know, how do you feel about that? Also, we have something which I call unhealthy feminine energy. So if, you know, when we feel, for example, insecure, or, you know, if we look for this outside validation, or when we criticize ourselves, yeah, or when we start dating from a place of being needy, and saying, you know, subconsciously, please love me, please give me some attention, or when we become very manipulative, yeah. So I guess, you know, each of us, every woman has got this unhealthy feminine energy as well, which we need to heal in order to be in a healthy and lasting relationship. So sometimes women who are having this unhealthy feminine energy, they are very obsessive about finding love. They actions are directed towards keeping her man, or very often they have this victim mentality, or sometimes they self-sacrifice themselves, yeah? So they prioritize others, they put men on a pedestal without actually, knowing him very well, without, actually being in a healthy relationship. Or sometimes they have this caretaker role. So they are much more concerned about others' happiness than her own happiness. Very often they are very inauthentic. So maybe they have, amazing career, they are driven, confident, but the outside doesn't match the inside. Yeah. So I would love to know, feel free to share your comments, and how you feel about feminine energy. Do you feel like, you need to heal some parts of your feminine energy? Do you feel that maybe you are applying this masculine energy in the context of dating? I would love to know. Also, I would like to tell you why feminine energy sometimes is suppressed, or why we have unbalance. Yeah. So the first thing is like, it's also the society. Oh, somebody just made a comment. Well done. Yeah, because this is the society is saying us, what is right, what is wrong. Also, it's about promoting the certain type of look, saying what is feminine, what is not feminine, focusing more on how the women should look like, what is the perfect beauty type. Yeah. Yeah, healthy feminine energy is difficult still for me to recognize. Yeah, sometimes it takes time. Absolutely, it's a process. Sometimes the feminine energy is suppressed because of your relationship with your mom. So it's also kind of a conditioning. So always when I work with my clients, I encourage them to look at the relationship with their mother. How is your relationship with your mother, or how was your relationship with your mom? What type of woman she is now? What type of woman she was when she was young? What are her beliefs about being a woman? Does she enjoy being a woman? Did she enjoy being a woman when she was young? What does she think about men? This is super important because this is a really subconscious process. Very often we we inherit this subconscious beliefs from our mothers about men. Sometimes it's like we can't trust men, or you can't feel safe in a relationship. um so also it's about accepting your body. It's about what does it mean for you being a woman, feeling good in your body, feeling comfortable in your own skin. Yeah, it's also about how do you see being a woman? So like, do you feel comfortable to ask for help, or are you feeling like you should take care of everyone else and put others' needs first? So this is a really important aspect of feminine energy, and you can look at your relationship not only with your mom, but important women in your life. Maybe your sisters, your grandmother, important women who are a part of your life, because this is the way you've learned about feminine energy. What does it mean for you to be a woman? Yeah. So lots of women have this mother wound. Yeah. So especially if your mom wasn't emotionally present with you when you were a child. Yeah. Or you didn't feel like kind of secure around her, or maybe you look for your mother's approval and you always were trying to be perfect. Or maybe you always felt nervous or frightened around your mom. Or maybe she had this victimhood mentality and she was expected from you to take care of her, maybe physically or emotionally. So this is something which can suppress, the feminine energy when you are an adult. Lots of women also have a father wound, yes, so they have more masculine energy because they didn't heal the relationship with their father. Yeah, so this type of women have lots of anger inside themselves. They feel really angry about men. They can experience lots of anxiety as well. Also, they probably will attract lots of emotionally unavailable men. So because they keep repeating the pattern from their childhood. Also, they also might have too rigid or too loose boundaries. Yeah. So this is something to look at, you know, if you feel like there is kind of imbalance between your feminine and masculine energy. So how to connect more with your feminine energy? So there are lots of ways of doing this. You know, of course, you can grow, you know, your creative side. It's about feeling your body. It's about even dancing. It's about, you know, doing something creative. It's about spending more time with other women. But I think the basic thing is about being able to connect with your feelings, especially when you date. Yeah, because this is a basic. Very often I see women dating and not recognizing their own feelings or not being able to name their feelings. Yeah, so I would say that we have three categories of feelings when you date. So especially if we have this red flags feelings. Yeah, so you experience lots of anger, you feel frustrated, sad, and it's happening like most of the time with you date somebody. This is definitely a red flag. This is like, okay, something is really wrong here, I should react. But lots of women are ignoring these feelings. Very often they try to explain somebody's behavior, they try to justify somebody's behavior, and you're losing themselves, you know, in a relationships. Also, we have yellow flags feelings, you know, when you feel a little bit uncertain, confused, unsure about somebody's feelings. And lots of men, especially men who are players, men who are manipulative, they will make you feel that way. They will make you feel really unsure and confused. And it's also, you know, a signal for you to react and think, okay, so how I can approach this situation? What can I do? And of course, we also have green type of feelings when you feel excitement, when you feel peace and harmony, because in a healthy relationship, actually, you feel harmony, you feel like you can relax, you feel secure, you feel joyful. So it's very important to be in touch with your feelings when you start dating. Maybe even set up a mindful dating journal. And, you know, when you go on a date, before going on a date, take notes of your feelings, take your notes when you are back from a date, you know, how you felt, how do you feel during the week, you know, how this person is making you feel. Yeah. Also, feminine energy is about being able to receive. So it's about being able to receive compliments, support from others. It's about even, you know, receiving a small gift. Sometimes I feel like women feel like they need to give much more than men are giving to them because they want to prove their worth. Very often they even struggle to say thank you when somebody will give a compliment because they feel like they don't deserve it. So this is really common. Very often I feel like women struggle with their worthiness. You know, they feel like they don't deserve to be loved. They don't deserve to be treated in a good way. So let me know in the comment section if it ever happened to you, if you ever felt like, you know, it's difficult for you to accept a compliment. So sometimes even women feel guilty about receiving, you know, because they feel unworthy. They feel like they don't deserve, you know, anything. Very often they put men on a pedestal. They feel like they should give and they end up over giving. They are neglecting their own needs. because they don't want to be rejected. They don't want to be abandoned by someone. So they are ending up giving, giving, and giving. So this is a really, really sad scenario. Yeah, it's a really, really sad scenario, unfortunately, in dating. And I don't want you to end up in this trap. Yeah. That's why it's so important to have this community of women who you can share your doubts, share your wins, shares your concerns. It's an amazing feeling to be surrounded by women who want to become the best version of themselves. So I'm sending you link to my Facebook group again if somebody wants to join. As I mentioned before, this is a Facebook group for women who want to become the best version of themselves. I'm posting lots of webinars there and some free content. So anyone, is welcome to join this community. And now I would like to talk to you about when are you in the masculine energy when you date. So very often you step into masculine energy when you start mothering men and tell them what to do, what they're supposed to do. Or when you chase men, or when you start overdoing, when you start over investing. Yeah. So for example, if you're always the one who is paying for a dinner, or maybe you are always the one who is going to his place, or you are always meeting close to his place because this is convenient for him. So let me know if you ever done this, because I've done it when I was a single. I made this mistake, unfortunately, and it didn't put me in a good position. So let me know if you ever felt like you are mothering men, or you're chasing men, or maybe if you are just giving too much. Yeah. Some women also try to control every aspect of their partner's life, yeah, instead of inspiring him. Yeah, they feel like the guy, shouldn't have any life, apart of being in a relationship. Also, some women, as I mentioned before, they're playing a victim, they don't want to take the ownership. Or sometimes women and men, of course, as well, struggle to communicate. They don't communicate from a position of being an adult woman. They communicate from position of being, a needy child. Yeah. So it's very important how we approach, so some difficult conversations in a dating scenario and relationship. Also, when you start dating, it's very important to look if the guy is in a healthy masculine energy, because to be really honest, there are lots of guys with a Peter Pan syndrome. Let me know if you ever dated this type of man who is not taking any responsibility. This type of man just want to have fun. Most of the time, they don't have a stable job. They are not making plans for the future. They live in the moment, and they are looking for strong women who will look after them. And it's really frustrating. Believe me, this is really frustrating to be around this type of men. And it can be really time consuming. It's frustrating. You not feel like a feminine woman around this man. You feel like his mother. And it's super, super frustrating. And I don't want you to end up with this type of man. So it's important to be able to spot, his masculine energy in the early stage of dating. So is he a type of guy who is good at leading in general, leading a conversation? Is he a type of guy who is taking the initiative? Is he willing to come to the place which is comfortable for you? So there are lots of ways of checking, if he's the type of guy who is in a healthy masculine energy. So what is important? Actually, men fall in love with you when they can do things for you and when they feel appreciated. Yeah. So they feel emasculated when you keep telling them what they should do. So how does masculine, feminine energy influence attraction? As I mentioned before, it's about sexual polarity. It's about physical chemistry. Yeah. So this is this kind of magnetic pull when you feel when you meet someone with energy which is completely opposite to your own energy. Yeah. So how can we create this polarity and deepen the intimacy in the dating scenario? Being vulnerable. Yeah. So this is what will pull the masculine man to you, you know, when you are really authentic, when you come from a place of being authentic, when you are able to open your heart, when you are connected to your own feelings. Yeah. Also, it's about, you know, instead of mothering men, telling them what to do, it's important to bring more admiration. It's important to bring more appreciation to the dating scenario and avoid criticizing, controlling, or shutting down men. You know, I feel like lots of women shame men. You know, they feel like, you know, they can't show who they are very often. You know, actually men's ego is really, really fragile, and it's important how we communicate with them. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, it's more likely that they will be vulnerable with us as well. Yeah. So I really want you to take your mask off when you start dating. Yeah. So it's about stepping in your own core energy. Yeah. It's about creating this authentic connection between both of you. It's about stepping in the feminine power. So let me know, how is your energy level now? Let me know if you're enjoying this masterclass. How is everyone? Let me know in the comment section. How do you feel about feminine energy? How is everyone? I know it's a very, very serious topic. Feeling good. Energy level is a little bit higher. Good. So my question is, how do you want your journey of finding love to look like? And this is a really important question. So which option do you prefer? The option on the left or on the right? Which journey seem to be a little bit more simple? Yes, on the right. Yeah. I guess, you know, everyone will think the same. So powerful women know that in order to change their life, they need to realize that change starts with them. Yeah. So it's not about changing, you know, other people. It's not about, you know, changing the society first. It's about changing yourself first. It starts with you. It always starts with you. So my question is, are you ready to fight for your love life no matter what? So are you feeling ready to give up all this conditioning, you know, what the society is telling you, what is right, this mainstream dating advices? So actually, are you ready to put yourself first? Are you ready to put your needs first? Are you ready to prioritize your, you know, well-being? Are you ready to prioritizing your dating life? And do you value yourself to invest in yourself? Do you value yourself enough to invest in yourself? And I'm asking this question because I'm really passionate about helping women. I've been working already with hundreds of women who are looking for a lasting love. Some of them, you know, are after divorce. Some of them never been in a relationship. Some of them had a long break from dating. Some of them, experienced lots of pain. Some of them were in abusive relationships. Some of them never experienced a healthy relationship. And based on my experience, I know how difficult it is to keep yourself accountable and find your own blind spot. It's almost impossible unless you spend years and years trying to figure out how does it look like, you know, because it's not a quick fix. You know, I'll be honest with you. It took me a few years to understand how it works. That's why I decided to help women like you, women, you know, who are driven, ambitious, professional women, women who are smart, women who know what they want from life, help them to find lasting and authentic love. And I created a really in-depth program, which is called Dive into Mindful Love. It's a 12 weeks group coaching program, which is very, very powerful because lots of women learn from each other how to create this lasting and healthy relationships. Yeah. So women during this program learn how to date mindfully, because to be really honest, not many people know how to date mindfully. And they learn also how to attract this long and lasting relationship with committed and emotionally available men. So without confusion, without overwhelm, you know, the journey is just much, much more simpler. So it's a 12 weeks program. Yeah, and already some of you sign up for this program. Sorry for a mistake, it's 12 weeks, not 10 weeks. On this slide is a small mistake. So this program is about, you know, getting the mentorship. It's about creating kind of sisterhood, you know, a community of women who will support each other, women who are on the same journey, women who want to grow together, women who want to be accountable, yeah, women who want to have this experience that somebody will give them kind of a strategy, this mindful dating strategy to find this lasting relationship. But it always starts with you. It's about growth. You know, it's a really intense program. I keep my clients accountable. I'm giving them assignments every week. Also, Tantra training is included in this program. I have other dating experts on this program, including Arturo, who is an expert of male psychology. Also, a clinical psychologist is working with me. So it's a really in-depth program because we really want you to be able to recognize these blind spots. You will get a personalized feedback. You will get this personalized strategy, because I believe that everyone is different. Everyone will need a different approach. So if you want to hear more about it, I'm sending you a link. You can book a call with me this weekend and speak with me about this program, because I want to see if it's a good fit for both of us, if it's a good fit for you, if it's a good fit for me, because I always want to pre-qualify people who want to join this program. Yeah, this is not a program for everyone. It's a program for people who are ready to prioritize their love life, people who are really committed to make the change in their dating life this year. Yeah, so people who don't want to procrastinate, people who are ready to take actions, you know, and apply all these strategies and tools. And it's a very intensive program. So you will get this action plan. You will get lots of tools during this program. All your questions will be answered during this program. It's not a webinar, it's a group coaching. So we do lots of work. You know, there will be Q&A sessions. We do some group work. So it's, as I mentioned, it's all about, you know, being proactive. It's about also meeting other type of women who are going through the same journey, getting understanding, you know, and learning your old dating patterns as well. So it's about fairly understanding what you've done wrong in the past, how you can learn from these mistakes, how you can apply a new dating strategy, so you can date mindfully and attract this healthy, lasting, nurturing relationship to your life this year. It's possible this year if you take actions. You know, we have August, we still have a couple of months till the end of the year. And this is like a mixture of social psychology. I'm a social psychologist, mindfulness, spirituality, and also be a Tantra training, because I believe that feminine energy is a really important aspect of dating and building relationship with yourself and with men. Also, I will provide a feedback on your dating profile. I will advise you on the best dating sites. And this is what is also important, is there are two parts of this program, because the first part is about you. The first part, 6 weeks, is about building kind of a foundation. It's about loving yourself more. It's about gaining more confidence. It's about growing feminine energy. It's about being aware of your emotional needs. And once you have a strong foundation, then at the second part of the course, we'll actually focus on where to find men, how to apply the strategy, you know, how to communicate to men, how to understand men, how to communicate with them without being pushy or demanding, how to use this feminine type of communication with them, how to build lasting relationships. So this is a really in-depth program for women who are ready to prioritize their love life. Yeah. And also in terms of value you get with the course, mentorship and our sisterhood community, the investment you need is really low. Yeah, because this is lots of work from my side, other you know, experts. So you will get this proper guidance and accountability in your dating life. And most of all, you know, you will save your time, and time is really precious. And also, you know, think about dating these men who are unsuitable for you, men who are emotionally unavailable. They waste lots of your time, and there are really a high cost of being in a toxic relationship. So when you think about, you know, leaving this type of relationships, you know, when you think about, I don't know, even cost of moving house or divorce, you know, this is taking lots of time, lots of money. Yeah, so it's very important, you know, to have the right type of strategy, be able to identify your blind spots. You will learn how to put yourself first so you can live a happier and more fulfilled life. It's about feminine power, so you can ask what you want in a relationship and what you really deserve. And I really want you to stop chasing men, be more in a feminine energy. Also, it's about learning how to be more vulnerable, how to take your walls down, be authentic, and create this deep connection with men. Yeah. So you be a woman with a completely different level of confidence. Yeah. So also it's about replacing this inner voice with voice of love. It's about learning how to navigate online dating, offline dating, attracting the right type of guys, and identifying red flags in dating. Yeah. So this program was tested by a group of women who are currently in a committed relationship. Some of them are actively dating. So you can book this call. I've just sent you the link. So everyone is welcome to book a call. Yeah, when you book a call, it's a free call. You'll get a feedback on your situation, and you will get a feedback how you can move forward and attract your soulmate this year using mindful dating strategy. Yeah. So this call is for women who love, invest time, energy, money in themselves, women who want to do this inner work, shift their mindset. So if the focus is not on becoming the best version of yourself, then this course is not for you. Also, it's important that you want to prioritize your dating life, your love life for the next 4 months. Yeah, because it will time is a process. So this is for people who are ready, you know, to prioritize their love life. Yeah, so for people who are decisive, action takers, committed, coachable. So yeah, definitely it's for people who are ready to prioritize this part of their life. Yeah. Also, it's for people who are ready to take the ownership. Yeah. So if you are a type of person who want to blame others, then, you know, and what you keep, if you want to keep blaming men, definitely this course, yeah, will be not for you. I will be just honest with you. And now I would like to invite one of the ladies. I think Justina is with us. Justina, are you with us? I think you are. I'm not sure if you are hearing me. So Justina was taking part at my course before. And I think she is with us. I'm just checking if she is. Yes. Can you hear? I can't hear. I think you need to unmute yourself.
I did unmute myself. Can you hear
Can
me?
other people hear Justina, or is just me not hearing Justina?
Magda, I'm being heard by other
Maybe because
participants.
oh yes, because my headphones. Okay, sorry. Yes, you can hear it. It's my mistake. Hello.
Hi. It's been ages.
Hi. Sorry, girls. It's just my technical problem.
It's been ages. No, long time no see. When was that? I did the course. It
Oh,
was
you
like almost a
finished?
year
Yeah, it
ago.
was like almost 1 year ago, I think. Yeah. Yeah. So Justina, tell us, how was it before you signed up for the course? You know, how did you feel? How was the dating life?
I'm aware that I have to keep this fine balance. Do not spoiler. Basically, do not say. If it's everyone's individual journey. So, how did I? Well, very good question. How did I feel before the course? I was in denial to accept that there are some rules on how to play a game. I was against that, and I just I had a complete lack of awareness, and that there are some rules in dating world. And although we are human beings, men and women are a slightly different species and have a slightly different ways of communicating. And it's been like that for many centuries. So it's not like 10 or 20 years of, some sort of cultural changes would make a difference in that term. So I've learned on how to play the game, and
In a mindful
thanks to
way.
Magda, in the mindful way.
Mhm.
But prior to that, I was culturally conditioned, and I was aware of that as well. Conditioned in a way of putting other first, pleasing other people, and basically not investing in myself. And only just now reflecting on, you've just prompted me with this question. It's been an enormous journey, because I've been de-brainwashed from this idea of not being selfish, which means indeed loving myself, respecting and valuing, from really puzzled, confused, and really like with a mentality of people pleasing, trying to deserve for acceptance and love women. Basically I've transformed, and I have no regrets, and I just love it to the point that since I've discovered putting myself first, I do date, but I just started enjoying the process of investing in myself, putting myself first, and spending, discovering myself, knowing myself, and spending time with myself to such an extent that I just keep laughing that I became a bit of a narcissist because of Magda. I'm on a narcissistic spectrum. It's just a wee joke. Basically, it's all about me, and this is the way it should be now. And no one will even dare to basically to play a guilt trip on me. So I've achieved a lot within a year, and as a result, I've developed the self-worth, and I do come from completely different position when men are approaching me, or I do approach other males. And basically, it's a nice game. It's a nice game, and there are some rules, and I'm aware of them now. And please do not mistake. See, Magda has brought up the concept of opening up and showing your vulnerability. But I'm sure she's going to develop this, explain this process properly, that it comes from feeling your inner strength. When you are in a position of power, you are not afraid of showing your vulnerability. And because you know that you won't be hurt, because you accept your own vulnerability. And this is needed to build intimacy. And knowing that and having strength to be yourself, you automatically select. Basically, the men are being selected in a natural way, because you can see the reactions, and you are not taking that personally, because their actions are like their almost business card, showing their values, what they represent, and it's brilliant. You don't take it personally. Basically, someone is not a good fit, someone is not good, not suitable, so I keep looking somewhere else. But knowing that there are some certain rules, and once I've discovered that clearly we are here because we couldn't use someone else's advice, like, let's say, our aunties, moms, community leaders, or God knows where, God knows what other type of people to succeed with our relationship. So we had to sort of distance ourselves from the other possibly traditional sources of advice, help, support, and I'm glad I did it.
How did you feel about being a member of the group of women? You know, how was the atmosphere like? Yeah.
This is a brilliant question. I'll tell you why. We can be lovely to each other, but we can be horrible bitches. We can bitch against each other. We can be competitive, or we can be good friends. And very often it depends on environment, and on basically on the type of community. How do we cope in a group if you are each other's friends or enemies? And let's say in some like nasty, unhealthy competitive environment, which, let's say, some work organizations do create, we can, it can bring the worst out of us. So there are some other communities where basically the atmosphere environment is being created as friendly and supportive. And this was in Magda's group's case. I was worried that other women would criticize, worried, at the beginning, worried that I would be criticized, I'll be judged. And it wasn't the case, because Magda was moderating the group in such a way that she nourished the atmosphere of sisterhood. I didn't even realize it was possible if I couldn't achieve that with female members of my family. I thought at that point, how could I expect that some foreign unknown women would be nice to me? And actually, I discovered that it was possible, and I've learned a lot. The group was age-wise very diverse, and we were lovely to each other. We were good friends, and we've met the purpose of the whole group. And Magda, you're going to take an umbrage, but I think it was like 50-50. As much as I learned from you, basically the significant part of learning was also from the women from the group. So I apologize, don't feel offended, but
I don't feel offended. I know that actually being in a group is really powerful. Yeah, it's really powerful. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
we were laughing.
Everything was there. Tears, laugh,
yeah.
all spectrum of emotions.
And they were like, all of us would bring like a different learning scenarios, and we would learn from each other and would support each other. And I've reflected on that it has something to do with basically the particular community management leadership. So basically I was in a nice, supportive, loving group, and I've learned a lot from them.
Oh, thank you so
From
much.
starting from women in their early 20s to the more mature, lovely, beautiful women who could offer a lot of experience and
Oh yeah, I agree with
knowledge.
you. I agree with you. You know, this women
It's
really,
still vivid.
made this group was amazing
Yeah,
experience, you know,
yeah,
to be a part of this group. So how
yeah.
did you feel about assignments, you know, writing your dating profile, you know, having this accountability in your life?
The accountability was important, and I wasn't that great initially at doing the homework, but I was poked by someone, and namely it was Magda. I was kept accountable, and basically I was mentioned that it's important because all these three pieces, this little homework done over time without like as much intense pressure. It's the same like writing essay for university assignment. You know, you can leave it to the last moment, or you can do that in pieces. But well, I shouldn't be comparing that essay. This important little homework was creating the vision, the portraits, the vision, the kaleidoscope of what it's all about me, what I'm prepared to tolerate, what I'm not going to put up with. So at the same time, I would save myself a lot of time, energy, and effort because I would know that it wouldn't work. And then as a result, it all has amalgamated into some sort of into some sort of mental picture. And this was an important part to contribute to a very well written, with Magda's help and assistance and her co-workers, profile. And profile is important. You save yourself a lot of time, energy, and time on time wasters and nutcases, basically, who are mistaken by the way the photo is presented or something like that, because you send a clear, direct message. This is who I am. Don't mess about because you won't get anywhere. You know, if we can meet in a halfway and we are good for each other, it's up to us, not only to yourself. And what else? When dating, having fun dating, with applying some certain rules, application of some certain rules, very important rules. So I wouldn't end up in emotional mess like I would in my early 20s or 30s. I've discovered that basically it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and
So what would you say to someone who is like, oh, I'm not sure, you know, if it's like a good time for me, if it's for me, you know, because I've been trying reading books, watching YouTube, and, you know, I watch some dating coaches. What would you say to someone who already maybe done some research, but never done actually
doing
coaching?
research, and participating in a well-organized program is something completely different, because obviously this is a living group, living community who keep you held accountable, who help you to be accountable, who be prompting you to, encouraging you to work on your process. It's like you just have to take a part in that. Well, you could do as much reading, and some people are good with it. It helps some of them, but let's not kid ourselves. Basically,
It's a different story. Yeah,
it's
it's a
a different
different
story.
completely. Yeah. And we are
I
not able
really
to identify our blind spots. Yeah. As I said
uh,
before, yeah, it's
you
like
just
we are not
mentioned,
objective.
see, within the group process, I've been reflecting on on my mistakes, on the myths brought up from my culture or a family, which were not serving the purpose anymore in a contemporary world. Basically, they didn't work, and they were confusing me, and they were not helping me to progress. And the most important thing in that is I've met myself. I developed a relationship with myself, and it's so precious because I know that I am less likely to experience disappointment, heartbreak, or anything like that, because I'll be just always having someone I can rely on, my best pal, which means myself, basically. This self-reliance and just some sort of strength. I don't know, confidence. I remember I would be relying so heavily on other people's opinions, on my opinions from my family, and this is not the case any longer.
What about men? Do you feel like you understand more male psychology? Do you feel like you get them a little bit more, you feel like you can connect with them better on on a deep level?
Definitely. I've learned a great deal, and I can relate to that and apply it in a practice.
That's amazing, Justina. Really, thank you so much for sharing your experience. I'm sure that other girls enjoy listening to you. You're welcome to ask questions, ladies, if you have any. So I'm sending a link if somebody wants to have a call with me. As I mentioned, it's a free call, non-obligation call, so anyone can book this call and get this mindful dating strategy, see how you can move forward with your dating life this year. Yeah, so let me know if you have any questions. Yes, Justina?
So what I'm going to say is, if you have any questions, feel free to drop a with text or something, and all the best.
Thank you so much, Justina. Thank you very much. And ladies, thank you so much for joining me today. Also, feel free to drop your email address, because I'll be happy to share my free guide, how to take your power back in dating. So if you type your email address now, then I'll be happy to send you an email with my free guide, how to take your power back in dating, or you can just message me on internations if you don't want to type your email address. So I would love to stay in touch with all of you. So remember that you're welcome to join my Facebook group. You can get this free guide, or if you like, you can have a conversation with me and get this personalized feedback on your situation, on your personal situation. And you can see what your emotional blocks are, what is holding you back from finding this fulfilling relationship. So I'm going to organize more webinars in the future, so I can't wait to connect with you in the future. Have a lovely evening, everyone. Take care. Bye everyone.
Thank you very much. The same to you, Magda.
Thank you so much, Judith.
Bye
Bye everyone. Bye.